Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy band, he told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run,
Mysteries. No mysteries. No mysteries.
Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go, always good vibes. Get out of your bed.
Wednesday.
I can feel it, it's going to be a good day, a great day. Let's go, always good vibes. Create change. Let's go, always good vibes. Change. Let's go, always good vibes.
I appreciate you, my man. What are you into today, my brother? I got this thing behind me. It looks all. I'm gonna take that down. That virtual background kind of feels odd. I'm gonna take it down, guys. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope you're doing good, brother Tommy. I just getting this thing going here. I gotta get this off of there so I don't. Yeah, that's better, man. Yeah, I don't. Getting it going. Hope everybody's doing good, man. It seems like one of those days for me that I feel like I ain't got nothing organized, but such is life. That's the way it works. I don't know why I feel so out of place. Yesterday was my anniversary, so shout out to my wife for keeping me for that long. 17 years. That's pretty good, pretty good bit of time. It's went by pretty quick. But yeah, pretty good day. Yeah, that background they had me. I didn't like the way that looked, and if I didn't have to see it, it'd be all right. And I figured if I didn't want to look at it, wasn't nobody else want to look at it either. You know what I mean, Tom? Oh man. Eh, yeah, hey, sending some thoughts and everything out to Sister Min. I seen she posted that her dad's got to have surgery and stuff. So just sending out thoughts, prayers for you and your dad. So just know I just happened to see it, and I remembered it, so I wanted to say something about it, and thinking of what the quack as well as I promised. Every time I thought of them, I was going to shout them out, and they just had a little bit of a sickness, and I just wanted to recognize them this morning because I was thinking of them, and so what the quack. You know who you are. You're a member of our of the community, an outstanding member, and we're all just thinking of you and sending good vibes out to you. I promised you that every time I thought of you, I would, whether you was in the chat or not. So, uh, uh, yeah, Tommy. See, there also what my chair's got a squeak to it, but I can't help it. So you just gonna have to put up with the squeak with me. But yeah, I'll also watch and support Cindy Lifestyle and more, who are live right now too, same time. All right, cool. Well, if y'all want to, just leave here and go over there and watch Cindy Lifestyle and more. They're live right now. Shout out to you, brother Tommy. Shout out to you, Cindy Lifestyle and more. Yeah, man. But was trying to uh get get caught up with what I had going on this morning. It always seems like I leave myself just enough time to get going. I don't know why I do that, but yeah, man. Yeah, good Wednesday. Got my squeaky chair going in the house, man. I gotta fix the back up. Let me get that thing fixed so I can move a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, shout out to you. Got brother Clint. Thinking brother Clint, Gen X. Man, he's out doing his thing this morning. So shout out to you, brother. Uh, Appreciate all of you, man. Brother Desi, shout out to you if you're out there. I know you're listening sometimes at work, man. So shout out to you. Supposed to have a hurricane going past across the eastern coast, man. They said the water is dangerous. Miss Patty's in the house. I see you, Miss Patty. Uh, hey, thank you. Yeah, Miss Patty, absolutely. I promised them I promised them that I would. So what the quack that I would shout them out every time. I don't know who you are. I don't the cool man 3480. Look at my PFP. Man, it's good vibes here, man. Use the power that you got in that little thumb of yours and just scroll right on past if you can't be cool. Ain't trying to put up with your nonsense. Ain't nobody wanting to hear from you. I don't even know what that means, man. If it's good vibes, then I'm sorry, but I ain't trying to put up with no nonsense. Explain, please tell me what it means, and if it's good vibes, then I'm all about it, man. I just you get all this nonsense coming through, and I just ain't trying to put up with this morning. You know what I mean? Always welcome, but it's good vibes here, and I don't know what PFP means, so if you're not willing to tell me, then I'm not willing to indulge. But good morning, good vibes to you, man. But yeah, whatever. Wednesday, just kind of getting things lined out for when time schedule goes back here in another little while. Gonna lose our daylight hours in the evening. I hate that. I hate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's cool, the cool man. I just don't know what it means. You're walk. I'm. I don't. I just don't know what it means. So I got to be mindful. You know what I mean? I got people in here that I respect and everything, and I don't want. I just don't feel like putting up with no vulgar stuff or anything. You know what I'm saying? People say some old nonsense, and I don't even know what it means sometimes, and then find out later that it's some old bull crap that they mean. And I don't know. Yeah, it gets so dark early, brother Tommy. It's like, oh, that's why I'm trying to get things lined out for, like, with my little YouTube stuff and doing this kind of thing, like trying to figure out a good way to work that it where I just know it's gonna be dark and there's gonna be, like, you know, it creates something to do, man. Create some change, man. I don't really know. I don't know what yet, but I'm thinking. I'm working on it. I'm getting things lined out. Just trying to figure out, what works. Hey, brother William, God bless you as well, my man. Glad to have you here, brother. Uh, Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you being here, my friend. It's a whatever Wednesday for me. I didn't have no topic this morning. I figured there was enough stuff right out the rip that I was gonna have to come out that I wouldn't need one, but uh, you know how that is. Just one of them weeks for me. Got a new car though. My wife's my wife's daily driver now. What she's gonna use to run to work and everything. So that's pretty cool. Got rid of the red truck farm that was outside. I had three red trucks parked up here on top of this hill at one time there just a little while back. And man, I just it is nice to see them gone. I ain't gonna lie. And then the Pathfinder, it was broke, wasn't worth a count. So it's got to go. It went to. So just seeing them all off the hill and gone ain't my responsibility no more. They're somebody else's, and that's good with me. And they're out of my way. Hey, thanks, brother William. I appreciate it, brother Tommy. Yeah, man, it's just one of them things, that you just for me it made it because it was like yeah it was like 4,000 almost $4,000 difference between a 2-year-old vehicle that had almost 90,000 miles on it and a brand or new vehicle that had 12 miles on it. Well, it was like, what we gotta do to get the new one then? You know what I mean? Like it that just made it just yeah, that's what I said too, Tommy. I was like, and I don't know. Just so happened that's that that's what we got. So I mean, I don't I but I was like, golly, man. Well, that's an awful lot. You know what I mean? And it was a lot. I mean, like I say, it was weird. Yeah, man. Yeah. I feel you there, brother William. Yeah, yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. Yeah, that's a terror. Parkinson's is it's tough, man. It's tough, like Alzheimer's, and it's just it's a doesn't have no it no mercy, I guess. It's just one of those things at time. It's one of those things that time just isn't your friend at that point. It's going by, losing time. Uh, yeah, I love the smell that they have in the new car smell. There is something. I swear they probably paid scientists a lot of money to figure out what smell for the new car smell. You know what I mean? Like, because there's something about that new car smell that it'll get you. It'll get you. But it really did come down to one of those things for us. It was like I mean, no more miles than what my wife puts on a vehicle. If it, with that being her daily driver, I'll drive the truck. Well, she only puts 10 miles a day on a vehicle. That's going to work and back. It's 4.5 miles out to work, 4.5 miles back home. And she might run out to McDonald's, which is, on out past there another mile. So, 10, 11, 15, call it 15 miles a day. I mean, that car will last for a long, long time, and it has a warranty. That was another key thing. Because I tell you what, y'all ever done that to yourselves where you're like, oh, we'll get this and we'll make this much payment on it and we'll pay it off 2 years early. I call horse crap. I'm calling bullshit. You ain't gonna do that. Just accept that you're gonna have payments for 8 years or 6 years, whatever the loan's for. I've done, man. You ain't gonna pay no extra on no payment. Pay it off, and if you do, God bless you for it. If you do, God bless you for it. I'm glad you was able to do it. But for me, I can promise you right now, I won't pay that. It's one of those things you might as well just embrace it and know that's how long you're gonna have to pay on it. But it's worth it in the end. Hey, Miss Kayla Boo, good to see you. Good to see you. Not much. We're just whatever Wednesday today, just kind of hanging out. I appreciate you coming by. Much love, shout out to you, Miss Kayla Boo. I appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, we were just talking about my wife's little car that we just got her this weekend. It's actually yesterday was our 17th anniversary. We've been married 17 years, and she got her first new car uh Saturday. So that's pretty cool. You know, pretty neat. So anyway, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Just whatever Wednesday. Hey, I see you, brother Chris the Flash in the house. Shout out to you, my friend. Hit that like button for you. Hit that like button for me. Share the live stream. I can't do it as good as he can, but thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to you. And Miss Patty and Caleb Boo. Let me go back up through here. I said hi to Brother Clint this morning. He was out doing some running. But I've said I seen where Miss Amina posted, said her dad's having surgery, I think tomorrow. So we're thinking of him, Miss Amina. I'm sorry that I can't remember if it was today or tomorrow. I think it was tomorrow. The cool man, if you were sending out good vibes, I apologize. And if you can still hear me and you're in earshot, just know that I just don't put up with no nonsense, and I didn't know exactly I don't know what that means, and I just needed clarification on what it meant. I'm not trying to be a butthole, but these are my people in here, and we try to just keep it cool. So if it was good vibes, I apologize in advance for being maybe a little bit harsh. Uh, but if it wasn't good vibes, then I don't apologize one bit, and I encourage you to just use the power of your little finger to flip right on past. Go find you somewhere that entertains it, right? So there's some for everybody. Tommy Kenyon, I appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm still hey, Mama Missy, I see you down there. Melissa Bandy, I see you, Mama. See you, Missy. Good vibes, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Uh, just kind of hanging out this afternoon, enjoying it. I like looking out there, Mom, and not seeing all the cars. I ain't gonna lie. It's nice to see them gone. Uh, it was kind of crowded out. It was kind of crowded out, but I wanted to shout out Ramey, um, Chevrolet there in Princeton, West Virginia, and Mike Taylor, uh, Reggie Purdue, and of course all of them out there. That's a part of it. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you helping Courtney get herself something to go with, and we just thank you, man. And I encourage anybody that's within earshot, if you want to go somewhere where they're going to treat you good and just be awesome with you, Ramey Chevrolet. You can go there and they'll definitely do the deal, man. They'll help you out and get you going. So, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all very much. Chris, let's see, Miss Patty Kayla, hi, good to meet you. Hey, there's Brother Gen X. I see you, man. Jersey Love. Hey, Miss Steph. I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Well, driving and listening now. Thanks for being like, oh gosh, you're welcome and I appreciate you. Be careful on the road. I appreciate you being here. Good vibes to you and Jovel, Miss Jovel. How you doing, my friend? And a fine musician. I appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, definitely be careful, Miss Steph. I know it's busy out there on the roads in that part of the country for sure. Let's see. I had to remove Cool Man from the channel. Okay, okay, that's cool, man. Because I didn't know what was being said, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means. I just, I wasn't trying. Well, I mean, I am trying to be a butthole if need be. But if I didn't know if it was good vibes or not, man. Because we got a Russian friend that comes in here that it's always good vibes, but we can't necessarily understand exactly what's being said, and I'm cool with that. But if I don't know what somebody's trying to say, and it's some old nasty stuff. I got my mom and my sister in this chat. Might be my wife, might be my kids, and I got other young ladies and stuff in here, and we just ain't gonna have it. So I'm glad. Thank you for getting them out of here. I appreciate that, man. I need to do a better job of setting my nightbot up and everything. I don't have it set up exactly the way I need to, but man, sometimes it's that time of year for me, man. I guess I'll do a little bit better job when it's not nice outside and where I can, I'll have a little bit more time to mess with my stuff and get everything right the way it needs to be. Shout out to you, brother Chris. I appreciate you and brother Gen X and Tommy Kenyon. I appreciate you. Uh, let's see. I see you. Miss Jovel, I appreciate you stopping through. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Awesome to see you. And brother Gen X man, I appreciate you removing him. I didn't, or them. I don't even know. Don't even know. I don't know nothing about them. So don't. Apparently, I didn't need to know nothing about them. Jersey Love Step, you be careful on that road. And I'm thinking of you, what the quack. I'm thinking of you, Miss Amina. I hope that your dad does good on surgery. I think he said it was tomorrow, and I think if not, no matter when it is, I hope that he does good. I hope everything goes good. We're sending up good vibes for you. Sending up good vibes for you. I appreciate you letting us know, and I hope that. And Miss Kayla Boo, I appreciate you. Much love, shout out. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother William in the house, our guitar picking friend. Him and Miss Jovel are some fine musicians. I'm just glad to get to be a little part of their journey. I appreciate you guys. All right, I made it up to the top. Miss Patty, I see you in here too. Thank you, Miss Patty. I appreciate you. Hello, brother Desi. Hey, my brother Desi. I appreciate you. And hey, that's Magic Healing. Well, good morning, sister. Man, I just shouted you out, my friend. I just was letting you know I was thinking of your dad, sending up good vibes and good thoughts, prayers. Just just putting some good stuff out there in the universe, in the world, and let it go around. Don't care what you call it. I'm gonna call it prayers and good vibes. And no matter what it is, it's positive energy going out in the world, and I hope that it comes back. Brother Gen X, I see Desi, man. It's like old home week in here right now. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we should have a barbecue going. You know what I mean? I maybe some cold drinks. Man, it's like old home week in the house, man. Yeah, man. Uh, let's let's see. I'm trying to keep up with you, brother Desi. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, that's right. Come on in. Come on, whenever, guys. I'm gonna play a small little song here for a second and go grab me a refill on what I'm doing. I'm drinking the hard stuff. I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I got the real stuff today, so you never know what might happen. I get a little carried away. Not that there's anything wrong with the other Mountain Dew. It's just not real. I have the real Mountain Dew today, and I'm thankful for that. I ain't gonna lie. I am a Mountain Dew guy, and I don't care if anybody comes down. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I accept that it's horrible maybe for me, but so is pop music. But I hear it. So, this is a personal choice. You know what I mean? But I love it. It's just good stuff. Yeah, I tell you, man, it's the good, and it's the good do, Miss Patty. It's the good do. It ain't that fake wannabe Mountain Dew. This is the good stuff. Mm, mm. The problem is they need to make the cans a little bit bigger. That's what the problem is. They make these little old baby cans, and they should have cans for adults. Like as you grow, the can grows. I've been drinking this same size can since I was like 2. Well, wouldn't you think that my servant should get a little bigger as I did? That's how I mean. That's kind of how I look at it. I don't know. I'm just saying. You go from a Happy Meal because it's a little old tiny cheeseburger to a regular, you know, meal because you grew up, and then you give you the. But I've been drinking the same size can for a long time. Not this time. I'm just having a hard time with it, but that's okay. I'll move past it, and we'll carry forward. We bought the tiny cake in the whole house. I know that hey, them little snack cake, them little things like wasting my time. Yeah, they all they have tall boy cans of Mountain Dew. Man, and I totally could. I ain't gonna lie, I could pound the whole thing for real. I am a Mountain Dew guy. I ain't gonna lie now. That's the one thing if I was gonna have to choose, like it would be tough for me between coffee and Mountain Dew because once I get done drinking my coffee, I like having me a soda. I like having my Mountain Dew. I ain't gonna lie now. I like all soda. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of them guys. Like I like it all, but I really like my Mountain Dew. So Mountain Dew, you can holler at me. We can work something out. The truck, you can pretty well back it in right here. There's plenty of space. You don't even have to turn around. It's good solid ground too, because it's not no field dirt. So we can get it unloaded. We've got a small little tractor here that we can work something out. But anyway, you can back it in here. I can meet you at the bottom of the mountain. I just holler at me. My email and stuff's on my page, and from now on, I'll just put a little piece of black tape on it, like, and I ain't gonna shout you out no more if you ain't gonna. This is a business we're running around here. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hey, Gen X, I love, hey, Miss Patty says, yeah, we just drank 2 of, you know that they're bad for you, but let's just be honest, they are delicious. I know they're bad I know they're bad. And I knew that cigarettes was bad for me too, but they I like them too there, so, and I like my Mountain Dew. Their brother does, he laughing. Uh, and I'm sure, you see, yeah, Mountain Dew is my vice is what my son just texted me about her ago, and said they have gummy worm flavor Mountain Dew at the store. And I'm strangely okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. I ain't upset. Yeah, I ain't upset with that at all. Hey, there's Elevated Einstein in the house, man. I think I just had you. I think you was just over at my house yesterday, man. Hey, thanks for coming up, man. You and brother Zach. Hey, we found the first out of all the years I've lived here. I've looked on this property right down here. Now, right across the street from me, right here, as the property goes down the mountain, I have found ginseng hand over fist over in there, but I have never found any on this side of the street. And yesterday me and him and Zach was out there just plundering around and wound up finding one of the biggest, prettiest 3 prongs, big old head of berries on it, right here, right out here behind where the goat lot used to be at. So Yeah, man, that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool to find that. So, thanks for coming up, Elevated. I appreciate you. It was fun for you to be here. You and brother Zach, fun for y'all to be here. You know, I like them good laugh times, man, and good times where you can just mellow out, man. It's good for you. It's supper for the soul, man. So, good morning to you, my friend. Yeah, dude, you're always welcome, man. Always welcome. Always welcome at my house, Elevating. Always. I found a big old ginseng uh right out here behind the house here where the out behind where the goat lot used to be at. Now I found all kinds of ginseng right across the road right here, right? Like within 30 yards of where we just found this, but I have never in the years that I've been here now, 10 it's been 10 years now I think I've been living right. Let's see. 10 years. Yeah, yeah, it's been right at 10 years now and I've never found one right here on this particular spot. But we found one. It was about probably about 18, 20 inches tall and had a head, nice big old pot of berries on it. It was pretty. I'll walk us down over in there. Uh I didn't have my phone with me yesterday. I know Zach got a picture of it. Um but I'll try to take us down over in there here. Maybe this evening I'll do a live stream and we'll walk down in there if I can keep it on. It seems like every time I try to do any kind of live stream out in my yard or anything, it drops. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why that it keeps doing that to me, and it's aggravating because there's times that I could do that kind of stuff. So we might try that this evening just for the heck of it, man, because it's probably it's probably 100 yards right out here where I'm looking at, right out my window. I can't see it from here, but it's just right over there. It's not far. Yeah, we have some nice like vistas here, Miss Patty. In the fall, it really is it with the different uh color changes and stuff. Yeah, it is. And there's one place over. It's on called Johnson's Branch. I got a little song I wrote about it years ago. But that's where my mom and dad met, and that's where they grew up and everything. So kind of a special little spot, and but there's a spot when you cross over the mountain that out of all the areas in this county and in this state that they offer up that's beautiful, and they are beautiful. There's some beautiful views. Man, this is just one of those hidden gems that, man, when you come up to the top, especially in the fall of the year, and it feels like you could just walk out on top of these of the trees, and you can see way on down in there. Like my dad, when he's with you and he's talking about it, then he can take you on a journey because he can kindly say, well, right down in there's where the little farm was at, and over in yonder's where this one was, and over in there's where that one was. And but it's such a beautiful vista out through there. Uh, when when you're just looking, when you pull up over the mountain and you start down the far side, it's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, to the right hand side looking, you would be looking towards like Stony Ridge and McDowell County, and then to the side that I'm talking about would be like the Dry Fork, uh, 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 Dry Fork and Johnson's Branch, and what's it called over in there? Bandy. We got Bandy. Uh, yeah, it's awesome though. But yes, I will get some good. I'll get some good pictures and everything, and some good video of some cool. Man, I got this gnat that, like, I don't know where this gnat lives at, but like he keeps dive bombing me, man. I thought it was Ozzy. It's not, but it's like, man, I mean, we'll fight it out, but we're gonna have to do something. I mean, I don't have no fruit in here. I don't have nothing in here. Like, there is nothing. I've already drank this soda, so there ain't no soda for them. And it's like, yeah, we need, like, here, I haven't paid no rent. I mean, invading my space, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, all up in my area, and I don't even know what it is that I have a theory on how to, like, get rid of them. Is you just starve them out. You don't have nothing for them, and then you ain't gotta worry about them. Well, there's nothing for him. It's like he just is like a gangster gnat just coming in trying to roll me over. Trying, like, man, dang. Anyway, I don't know if it's a gnat or not. I don't know if it's like a sweat bee. I don't know what. I don't know exactly what it was, man. Anyway, yeah, man. Good morning, good vibes. Got a guest coming on with us here in just a couple minutes. I'm gonna go get me another Mountain Dew. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna find us a song to play for just a minute. I don't even know if I'll let it play the whole time. I'm just gonna play it long enough and go grab us a drink, and then I'll be right back, guys. I appreciate y'all being here, guys. Whatever Wednesday, connecting with good vibes. I appreciate y'all. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back, start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut and loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes only to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys.
Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go. Always good vibes.
Yeah.
Get out. of the open.
Always
I can
good
feel that
vibes
it's
and
going
friends.
to be a good day, a great day. Let's go. Always good
Always
vibes.
good
Create
vibes.
change. Let's go. Let's go. Always good vibes. Change. Let's go. Always good vibes.
Good to have y'all here. Got my outstanding brother in the house, Brother Clint. Gen X, how you doing, man?
What's going on, bro?
Not a whole lot, man. You know, just getting through the week, dude. It's one of those, as you know, been one of those weeks for me, man. A lot of changing, a lot of things going on. It seems like, man. When it rain, what's the old saying? When it rains, it pours, so to speak. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
you know how
It's that
that
time of
is.
year too. It's
Yeah,
that
it
time of
is.
year. Things change this time of year naturally. So it's just
It
part of the
does,
cycle,
man.
I believe. It's we're heading into that sleeping season, and we just got to prepare, and that's the universe's way of telling you get prepared. I guess
It is.
you got
It is.
you that new vehicle. I guess I look at it as in I know where you live, so I know what winter can be like down there. It's better than this situation happening in the middle of January or
There you go.
December or something like that.
You just took the words right out of my mouth,
Yeah,
legitimately. Because this could have just waited another 2 months and happened and put. Because you figure now, Clint, this has been. My dad had to get rid of his truck because it couldn't get through inspection. It looked great on the top, but the frame was completely gone. So he bought a new truck. Then like a week and a half later, transmission went out in the Pathfinder. All right, so that's his, and then our truck is still yet in the shop, and the other two that we had was on the fritz. So it was like we've got three new vehicles sitting up here on this hilltop in a matter of just a month's span. Not because we're just rich people or anything like that, just because it was like, dang, every vehicle we got just like we don't have nothing rely like our truck is still a great truck, like, and you know how it is when you have one paid for me and Courtney. That one's been like it's paid for now. It's been paid for 10 years. We're gonna run it till the wheels fall off of it or till it gets so expensive to try to maintain that it just won't, that, but it ain't at that point right now. It's still just little tiny stuff that goes wrong. You got to fix it, and then you move on for several months before you got to do anything to it, maybe a year or something. But man, it had just got like, dang, dude. But at the same time, you just hit the nail on the head, man. Man, it could have been 2 months from now or 3 months from now and buried up in wintertime.
yeah.
And dude, that's it.
Nope.
That man.
Nobody up on the hilltop having a reliable vehicle. That would have been a bad situation. It just that's
Yes.
why I try to look at like I've really developed this, or I'm in the middle of developing this skill of just trying to find the good in everything, just trying to find the lesson, and I got to believe the lesson is good, even if I don't like the way it's taught.
Mm,
And so when I see something like that, especially as an outsider, I'm like, okay, that's the universe saying, like, if I was to guess, I'm gonna say we're gonna have a rough winter down there. If
yep.
I was to guess, that's the universe saying, okay, I need to prepare this family. They're sitting
Yep.
in a bad situation. They don't know it yet. Let me just go ahead and put
There
them
you
in
go.
position to handle this. And
There you go.
now you're covered. Now you're covered, and or as covered as you can be in a bad
Well,
situation.
at least maybe we're at a point where we won't wind up with all three vehicles that we rely on gone, because that's pretty much what just happened.
Yeah,
Was like it went from my dad's truck to the family's Pathfinder, my mom's vehicle. Like we all used that vehicle. It was a great ride, dude. It only had 160 some thousand. We wasn't, we didn't know. Our trucks, man, we haven't had a new vehicle in a long time. We had a couple out here that were just like, well, the one that we have in the shop, that one's the one we've had forever. The other one was one we picked up along the way, and it's like we didn't have a real dependable ride. And my wife, she works hard. She deserved to have a new ride. It's been 17 years, so it's like
yeah,
it was deserving and everything. It was like you said, man, there's a higher power, there's something else. So the universe is working on in our favor because it could have waited 3 months, and or one of our beautiful family members could have been going out and had it break down and it's 0 degrees. There you can survive when it's 75 and you break down.
Yep.
It's hard to survive when it's -5 and you break down.
Mhm.
You
That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
talking about.
That's a fact. And then,
Yep.
could have been worse. They end up in a ditch because of the ice and stuff, and now you're, -5 in the ditch, stuck
Yep.
road.
Yep.
Might not have nobody go by for an hour or two. Yeah,
That's it, dude. Yeah, and you're talking about life or death in that
yeah,
situation
yeah.
sometimes,
It's a big difference. Well, I remember last week or whenever it was when you was going to the garage, you and your son, and I remember I think Elevated offered to give you a ride. He's like, "Nah, man,
Yeah.
it's just half mile. We'll walk it out." That's a different story in February.
Did you
That's a
you
you
ain't
know.
you, you wouldn't have heard those words coming out. I'd have
Yeah,
been like, "Yeah, man, I'll be there in about
yeah,
15 minutes. I'll
yes,
wait
sir.
on you."
Hell, your son might not have went with you. Be like, "Nah, Dad, you handle that. It ain't my car. It ain't
Yeah,
my
yeah.
car."
That's when I'd have pulled dad tax. Been like, "Nah, yeah,
uh,
you going with me? If I gotta be cold, everybody gotta be
that's
cold, man."
that's
You're
right. But
right
yeah,
though. You're 100% right. And you know what? It would put you in a different mindset and more of a different type of a bind going to a car lot in the middle of winter, right at Christmas time, and needing a vehicle, it just would make you it would feel more of a bind situation than just like, okay, let's go shop and see what we can get. Because I think that's why we wound up with a vehicle Saturday. Not because we went by happy. What was because I told Courtney, I said, let's just go to find out what you can get. If something feels right, then once you know what you're able to legitimately afford, then start narrowing it down from there. And if you find something that it's like, okay, let's lock it in, then lock it in. But don't go from a position of we have to buy today
yeah.
or
Well,
we
that's
have to get something today.
that's another thing that's very well dictated by timing. Like I said, that February it becomes an emergency situation. Like we can't be
Yes.
stuck up here without a vehicle. And
Yes.
we're right now, it is a need a little bit, but it's mostly a want. It's like, okay, we can take our time. I can just do without doing this. I'll be sitting at the house a little more, or we'll be sharing the car for a little while. Like, but middle of February, it's like, no,
Man.
we got to do, if it happens on Monday, we need a car by the weekend.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just, we can't do this more than a week. This is going to be awful.
You
And,
can't. It's a totally different survival situation at that
it
point.
really is. So
It
that's
it
how I look at this lesson is in this was going to be needed at some point in the universe. God, your higher power, whatever anybody wants to call it, is saying, no, let's go ahead and take care of this now before he gets in this emergency situation because they're
Yeah.
going to need this. Somebody's going to need it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to need that vehicle in a bad position that the old vehicle just wouldn't have been able to do for some
Yep.
reason. It's just that's how I try to look at it. Now I could be way off, but it makes me feel better, and it
Yeah,
makes
me
me
too.
less angry about bad situations anymore. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to learn?
Yeah.
What just happened? What do I need to know about what just I'm getting better with that, but I'm
Yeah.
really good at it looking at it as an outsider. Like when
Yeah.
somebody tells a story, I'm like, oh, I see. I see what the
Yeah.
universe just did there. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I see what they did.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like to
and
think so.
and we got to and in bringing that full circle, what you're talking right there, because I'm totally in 1,000% agreement with you, and then some. And it's like, for me and my wife, we're the kind of people that it give us an opportunity to take someone who has been an outstanding friend since I've known him and was an outstanding friend to my best friend before I ever knew him. And knowing that he has a wife and kid and home and is trying hard and working hard. Well, we got to bless his family in the circle of trade. You know what I mean? Where
Mhm.
he got to be a part, and he was even on vacation, and he set us up with the guy that we went through, Reggie, and then Reggie hooked us up, done everything. It was like having, a friend there trying to help you get things lined out and worked out. So, in the long run, it's like there's a reason that things go on and things happen. You don't know how that you might have helped them for that month or that week or whatever, what your commission was or whatever. I don't know. It might not help them a bit. Hell, I don't know. It don't matter. But in your mind, it's okay to think, well, maybe I helped their family out too. You made a sale or whatever. So I don't know, man. I'm just glad. I'm just glad to have it over with. I ain't gonna lie. I get stressed out over those types of things. Um, that's why that I don't have many things financed or like a bunch of overwhelming debt. Um, because it stresses me out, Clint, and and I can't do nothing about it. I don't know why that I can't get past it. It's always been one of them things, especially my later, not later years, but as I got a little older, man, I hate being in debt, bro. I
I mean, I think part of that's probably just upbringing, and I know you're from having a grace and stuff, but you've got them mountains instilled in you now. Like you don't sound, you know, Northeast Baltimore no more.
right.
You are Appalachian, and
Yeah.
if it wasn't for you telling me, you lived up in Bel Air and stuff, I would have never guessed that. So I think part of it's your upbringing, the character you've built since being down there, and you've rebuilt after being torn apart for a while. Because I know that process too.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it is for one, the Appalachians always just don't trust the government. I mean, my entire family was thrown off a mountain right up the road here, you know, by the president so they could turn it into a national park. So,
Mm,
and many other families,
yeah.
many other settling families here in Virginia were thrown off there.
Yeah.
So, we know not to trust the government, but also I think it's just we don't want to die owing anybody anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to die and somebody be able to murmur the words, damn, I never got my, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I don't, I know in the old days, the debts used to be passed down. A son would accept a debt. I don't think my son will, and I don't expect him to. But I don't want him to have that feeling if he is anything
Right.
like me. I don't want him like,
Right.
damn, man, I got to
That's
pay
right.
all this off. I can't let my dad's debt go. Like, I don't
Yeah.
expect him to, and I don't think he will. It's just in case he does, I don't want to leave that feeling there for him. That's
Yeah.
not cool at all. That's just
Yeah.
not cool at all.
Yeah.
And
I'm with you. That man, I
so I
wouldn't
think it's
want to
a big
leave.
part of it. That's a big
Yeah, it
part of
is.
it.
I don't want to leave my kid like our little spot that we have right here. Well, it may not be the Hilton or anything or the greatest place in the world as far as, big fine home, but I don't owe a soul. And that's the whole idea of it. I don't owe not one soul. And I have some buddies that, God bless them, they got a beautiful home. I hope you can get it paid for in the next 25. You know what I mean? I hope
I
that,
mean,
that
and
you get it paid
that's the
off.
thing. That's the thing, guy. It might not be the greatest spot or however you worded it, but you do. It will be his, and what
Mm,
will be his is a small piece of one of the most beautiful areas in this entire country, and that is undisputed.
yeah.
Anything along these Appalachians from Georgia on up is beautiful in their
Man,
own
we
way.
did land in a beautiful area.
And yes, sir. And then when you get in the middle here between the Smokies and these Blue Ridge, it's just a different zone. It's these
It is.
valleys and these mountains and these hills, and it's just it's got its own look. Our mountains glow blue because of the ocean, even though we're hours away from the ocean. It is crazy. It's uh it's just a beautiful area. So it's his. He owns a spot in one
Yeah.
of the most beautiful spots in the country. And you don't want the government to be able to step in and say, no, 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 daddy owed this,
No.
so we're going to take this from you.
No.
We're going to go ahead and snatch that up.
No.
And
No.
they
No.
will. They will.
Oh
Quick, fast, and in a
man.
hurry.
Dude, they'll literally like, for old folks that have to get some help in their later years, like, in a nursing home or something. Instead of their Medicare being enough and them just taking that from. No, they'll back up and start taking homes, start taking vehicles. You know what I mean? And like they'll take all the any kind of anything that they had from them, man. And I despise that kind of stuff. I just hate that. I hate that all the money that's wasted, and we can't afford our older people and people that might need some help and in a nursing home. We got to take every last little thing they got. There ain't enough assistance to help them pull through till their days are done. And you
It's
know, it's
there.
just
I see on TV. I've never been to one. But I see on TV how they have retirement communities. It's like entire neighborhoods of just older people. It's retired. They got their own little spot.
yeah,
Like I don't understand why there's not. I understand. I don't understand why. I would think it would be a good idea to have them just throughout the country in every town,
yeah,
every city,
yeah,
small or big, depending on the size of your population. And if people do not have enough on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, disability, or retirement when they get to a certain age, there should be a place that's offered for them. Like, okay, you can go here.
yeah,
You did it.
yeah,
You did it. You spent
yeah,
65, you spent 70 years on this rock. You survived it. By
yeah,
God, we got you.
yeah.
We
Here's you.
got you.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
might not be the ideal spot, but if you can't do it on your own, then we got this for you. We got
There you go.
right here.
There
Whether
you
it be an
go.
apartment, whatever it may be, and these, I just, the things we do spend money on versus the things we should be spending money on is
It-
just so astronomically, far from
the
each other.
wrong way.
It is just so insane. The
It's like,
gap is like what,
yeah,
like you what, like you could justify that, but
right
taking
over
taking care
this.
of this, but taking care of this vet who lost his leg and his arm in the
Right.
service for us, and on top of it, volunteered. There ain't been a draft since Vietnam. He volunteered for that shit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you're going to give money to that. It's
yeah.
like, oh my god, like,
Or even if it's a just cause, if it's not take care of our people first,
mhm.
then spread the love out. It'd be like me offering to buy Brother Gen X and his family groceries, but not have enough money to buy my own groceries. No,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
I've got to take care of my family first,
yeah,
and then I can help bless other families or whatever I can do. But
yeah,
it's ignorant in life to say, okay, well, here, let me get this food out of my mouth and get, well, I've got to make sure that I can take care of mine first and then reach out to take care of other people. Well, it's the
yeah,
same with our country. And like you just said, you see the flip floppiness. Like, okay, you sent how many millions to what country to do what? And we've
yeah,
got this man over here or this woman over here that could really use a house,
yeah,
could really use a spot,
yeah,
and they earned it. They sacrificed the limb, sacrificed their well being, mental well
yeah.
being to do. So it's like, man, I'm with you, dude. The lopsided stuff like that just makes like common sense. To me, it feels like common sense. To me, it feels like common sense
And
at some point.
honestly, as far as I in my dealings with older people in my life, when it comes down to it, very few older people I would even consider expensive to take care of, other than
Nah,
medical. Other than medical. Other
yeah,
than medical,
yeah,
they're set in their ways. They got their regular habits. They they,
yep,
they like what they like. They don't like what they don't
yep,
like. Like
yep.
it's so like how expensive, like how expensive could it be to take care of people when they get to a certain age? I mean, especially if they spent the last 30, 40 years, 50 years putting money into your system,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And,
And
and,
but
and
you've got to take their house and their cars and their rich,
yeah,
you've got to pull all that too in order to take care of them.
and I sit and watch some of, I'm getting near that age. I mean, I'm not that close to it yet, but I am getting close. So I'm paying attention, and people a little older than me, uncles and stuff, are becoming that age. And I've noticed, like, they get to their Social Security that they finally earned, and they start getting Social Security. Well, now they get Social Security, they qualify for Medicare or Medicaid. I don't know the difference yet between them, but one of them or both. But because they qualify for it, they lose some of their money off of the Social Security to pay for some of it because the Social Security puts them over amount that they're allowed to make in the course
Yeah.
of a month and get free Medicaid or Medicare.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is that possible? How,
Yeah.
this man,
Well, and let
everybody
me ask
waits
you
to get to
this.
this age. I just
Yeah,
don't get it.
this isn't
I don't.
like the thing that like bothers me. Like I see, I get what you're saying too. Like, but like with our Social Security or like people that may have to get disability or that may be on disability or people that are on Social Security. Why is it set to a point at which that they are subjected and relegated to living at poverty level? Why is that normal?
I
Why
don't
is it
get that.
normal? Because somebody has a a physical disability that they should automatically be stuck to poverty because of the amount of money they were able to make before they got disabled or before they got deemed disabled or whatever. Why is it that you're automatically relegated to be at poverty level? And then every raise that they give you, they raise your Medicare up that much. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so you don't really ever make any more. You don't never
No.
make any more money. And if it, they give you a 5% raise or a 2% raise or 0.2%, whatever the heck it is, your Medicare is going to go up by that much as well. And I've always wondered why that because of that situation, why are they automatically, I mean, they're doomed to poverty level income forever. Uh it's almost like a punishment to them. It's like, okay, if you're going to be disabled or you're not going to be able to do this or this, then you're stuck to living in this and this and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. This is all you could ever get. And then if you do try to do anything, then they're either going to take it from you or they're going to say that you made too much money or whatever.
Yep.
So you're stuck to living at poverty level. Like you're not
Yep.
allowed to raise your level at all because as soon as you do, they're going to take that from you and you're going to be back to living at poverty level. That's why the cycle never stops because you're not allowed to make like all right for people on disability, you're allowed to make an extra $1,000 or whatever it is a month. Well, guys, at the wages that things are now, minimum wage. I mean, how many people are going to hire you to work 2 days a week and then say, okay, we don't need you no more because that you can't make over $1,000 in a month?
Well,
So
let's do quick math with that. I mean, let's say you get a good Social Security check. What's that? 3 grand a month?
I guess that's a good one.
That's a good one. All
I
right.
don't know.
That's a good Social Security check as far as I know from people I've heard.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah.
high number. And so 3 grand a month times 12, that's 36,000. You're allowed to make a grand a month. So that's another 12. That is, you are maximized if you was to get a $3,000 a month check, you're allowed to make $48,000 a year.
Yeah.
What is that to live on for real?
That's nothing.
And that's maximizing. That's
Yeah.
maximizing it out. That's like
And I don't
you're
even
top
know that
shelf.
that figure is 1,000% correct. I know it's close to that. It might not even be. It might not even. It might go by how much you make on disability as to how
Mhm.
much you can earn. I don't know about
Yeah,
exactly that.
maybe a percentage or something. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's
But
not much. I know
no,
I had
no.
an ex. I had an ex who was on Social Security disability, and she made like I think she got like $800 a month.
Yeah.
And so she got a part-time job as a gas attendant at a gas station, working night
Yeah.
shift. And the next year in January, when they renewed or whatever it is they do, they docked like her first handful of months of checks because she went over too much
Yeah.
working part-time as a gas attendant. Probably made $8 an hour,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and might have
That's
got
what I
30
say.
hours.
They
She might have
stick
got
you.
30 hours a week. Yeah, it was like, so
You're
how much did she
stuck.
make?
You're pretty well stuck to being at minimum wage just even if you're trying to do things right, even if you're trying to do other things, as soon as you start trying to do anything, then they're going to take that they're going to take whatever little bit that you make over that. And that's why the cycle continues, is because it's like, people are like, well, dang, you're going to take what little bit of security I have, just in case I do have something happen or I get sick again, then I'm not going to have no kind of backup. You can't put no kind of money in no banks or anything. You can't save too much because then they're going to come down on you on that. It's like, why are they necessarily stuck to living in poverty? That'd be a question I'd ask any politician out there, is why hasn't somebody made it to where that, just because you're on disability, that you're not punished by not being allowed to own certain things or not being allowed to make a little bit of money. Like in today's world, like Clint said, what is another $1,000 on the month? We all know that that ain't squat. That's
It
one
used to be.
grocery visit for a
It,
family of four. That's one
it used to
grocery
be a
visit.
lot. It used to be a lot not too long ago, but $1,000 a month now is
Ain't nothing.
it's almost shameful for me to say that. But like the way I view $100 bill is like pocket cash now. And 15 years
It's
ago,
nothing.
it wasn't pocket cash. That was a payment to something.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
ain't kidding, man. That might be your month's allowance. I mean,
Yeah,
your whole month's, like, you know, to buy your little sandwiches and snack cakes and stuff to go to lunch and, to have your break or have your dinner break at work and everything.
yeah.
So
a
I
thousand
get
dollars a
exact.
month is not a squat. Really,
It
it really.
ain't
I mean, it's money,
nothing.
but like, it's really in today's numbers, it is nothing.
It's not enough. Like there should be, like what I mean is, like, like for I like if you go to work and you're on disability, then until you make over, what the regular pay is for people, that little bit that they're giving you shouldn't be held over your head. Like, yo, I got a bad sickness that's wrong with me, man. Y'all gonna hold this over my head and threaten to take my insurance, threaten to take my little bit of security if I do have something go wrong, just because I make a little bit of money. Like, I'm actually, and then you're paying more taxes in, you're paying more stuff in, so it's like, I don't get why I think you would have more people wanting to get that foothold and try to get a start doing something else, because a lot of people that are disabled, they're not disabled to not do anything. They're disabled from what they can actually make a good living at. And they need time to work their way up in another trade or in another system that will let them start to get to that next level. And you're dangling this little thing over their head, but it's really important to them. It's getting them through. It's keeping some food on the table. It's keeping a little bit of lights on. So I just think that could be something that would be an easy way to get people, even in my area, especially, because it's my opinion that the more excuses you can take away from people, the better off we are. We're all human, and we all love excuses. And I'm talking about myself and everybody
Yes,
else included.
100%.
Now, if you take some of these excuses away, I think you'll separate the ones that just like to hear themselves say that and the ones that mean it right real quick. If you take that excuse away and you say, okay, well, look, we're going to try a pilot program for 5 years. We're going to allow anybody that's on disability that wants to work. We're not even going to look at you. We're not even, you go make what you can make and see if you can get yourself worked up to a position that we can just take the, and you've got your stuff covered and give you a chance to get a foothold, because that's the one thing that I know it keeps people, because around here, like, you got to have time to get in and like get a foothold and like start making some money. You don't start out at, but there's not that many places, so it's like, I get why people are like, nah, yo, I wouldn't give up this or give up that because you got guaranteed little bit of money. And I get that. Like, I mean, when dude, bird in the hand, bird two in the bush, you know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
You know,
100%. Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, one of the problems is there's so many people up there playing chief that it's a hard situation to fix.
it
If
is.
you had one individual you could go to and try to convince them of what's right and wrong, let's fix this shit. That's you could do that. But you got what 100 senators and a president,
Yeah.
500 and some reps. It's like you ain't gonna get
Well,
three of them to agree. How are you gonna get
none
600
of
of
them are.
them?
No, you're not.
You just
No, and the thing is they automatically start out with where they don't agree.
yeah
Instead of finding that common, look, what is it that we do agree on? Let's start branching off from there. No, it's, are you Republican or Democrat? Oh,
yeah
that right there, you just made the conversation. Now we're not going to get nothing done. Now
yeah
we're not getting nothing done because now it's a
yeah
peeing contest to see who's
yeah
standing up for what and all this. And it's like,
yeah.
not
Yeah,
getting
people turn
nowhere.
that situation, they turn that situation immediately into a fight. And they just want to
Yep.
know, am I fighting you or are you fighting with me? That's what they want to know.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
all that they don't care about the subject. They don't care about the people. And they like, you know, I am so all over the place with my thoughts on government stuff. And I like that. I like that. I think everybody should be that way. I
Yep.
don't like if I don't like people being convinced they should be centered in some kind of
Nope.
line
Nope.
and do this. Like, no, you shouldn't be because you've led a wild life just like everybody else. So you should have some wild thoughts. And just because you think this one way about this issue doesn't automatically mean you should think this way about this issue. You might think the total opposite when it comes to that particular issue, and that's
Yep.
okay. That's how your life upbringing made you feel.
Yep.
You vote and choose on things based on how you came up. And I
Yep.
try not to knock anybody if they feel differently than me because I try to think that way. I try to think, you know what? Okay, I'm all about guns. I'm all about people being able to possess guns, have guns,
Mm-hmm.
buy guns. It's not so much that I think it should be a gun culture. It's just that I do know once they start allowing drastic rules to come into place, it's going to start something that won't stop,
Yep.
and then it will become a
Yep.
problem.
Yeah.
That's my main issue. But there needs to be regulations and rules.
Sure.
I agree with all that, but if you are against guns, I'm not going to jump on you like I've seen many people do and
Yeah.
be all against it. It's like I don't know what you went through, man. You might have grew up and somebody broke into your house and shot your entire family in front of you. You
Yeah.
know, well, of course you're against freaking guns, and you have very good reason to be. And if I was in that situation, I may very well think that.
Yeah.
So, like, this is a spot we can compromise on. Let's come to some legitimate,
Yeah.
rational, things we can both agree on. Because I can get that.
Yeah.
Of course, there's going to be a few hardcore things that in my head that I'm just dead set on. And
Yep.
I expect you to have a few hardcore ideas
Yep.
you're dead set on and be like, okay, we ain't budging on these. What
Yep.
can we budge on? Come on, let's go. Let's talk. Let's make this place a little bit better. Let's make people's lives a little bit better. That's the whole idea of this country is to have a good life and to be able to make it better for the next generation so they can
And
have a better life and a
it
better
starts
life.
with open dialogue and
Yep.
mutual respect for both parties involved or all parties involved in the conversation. I've said it a million times. Man, I don't have to necessarily agree with you or anything that you're doing to have respect for where you're coming from. Like, okay, I respect that you stand there. That doesn't mean that I buy in on it. That just means I can respect a man or a woman for saying, no, this is where I'm at on this. Well, hey, I mean, okay, like
Yep.
if you can equally understand and respect that, yo, I don't get that, then we're good.
Yep.
Like, okay, like let's move on. How was the ball game last night?
Yeah.
like,
And,
and I think as soon as we start calling each other names or we start pointing the finger that it's all this or it's all that, but you know what would be a cool little experiment, Gen X experiment? It would be cool to put a group of whatever side, liberal, Republican, Democrat, whatever it is, but just just people with a blindfold and no way of knowing what was a Democratic issue, a Republican issue, whatever. Just this is an issue. This is the problem we can solve. This is the issue that
mhm.
go down through there and just honestly and truly mark where you're at with each one of those things, and then take those blind studies and put them together, and now say, okay, these are where we start at. We all voted on this one, and this one, and we were all kindly veering off on this one and this one. Okay, well, look, we've got all these that we agree on, so that means we just got to do a little bit of weaving and see what's going on with these other couple and see if we can't figure out a way to make it work for everybody. And that would be, I guarantee you that if you did it like that and you had it truly where it was a blinded test, where it was just like, hey, do you like this idea or this idea? This idea, this idea. It doesn't have nothing to do with Republican, Democrat, Independent, Liberal, but nothing like that. Just like, this is how, will this work for your family? And will this work for your situation? Whatever it is, I bet you that there's a lot more of us agree than we disagree on most important topics. Food, housing, those types of things. I would say we're all going to be leaning in on about the same things, that we just want to be able to send our kids to a good school. We want to be able to afford a home. We want to be able to go get groceries. Have, I mean, it pretty much is that simple, in the end. But yeah,
It
man.
really is. It really is. And for anybody young that's listening in your 20s or something, you may have big dreams of what you want in life. You want the giant house, all the cars, all this. I promise you, more than likely, by the time you get in your 30s to 40s, you will simplify that list tremendously. You will realize what's important, what is just a big waste of money. I mean, sure, you can go have fun a couple times, but no, you don't want all that big stuff. You simply want a home. You want something healthy for your family. You want to make enough money just to live a decent life. I don't need to be rich, but I don't want to make food decisions while I'm pumping gas, like how much gas should I put? Nobody should live like that. Not in this country. That's not what this. And I'm not trying to pump this country up like it's the best, but it's supposed to be, right. It's supposed to be the best. That's the practice that it's preached, for a couple hundred years now, and we're not
trying to be.
We're not. We're somehow or another. We went from being what I think we was the best to we're trying to catch back up now.
It's the divide that we have naturally created between the and I swear, I think it all starts with the divide between, oh, well, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, or this idea is that, whatever happened to just make the ideas that work for our people? Who cares about your Republican, Democrat, or anything like that? Dude, does this work for the American people? We've gotten away from that.
The real answer to so much of this crap is that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because these people that's in charge, it is going exactly the way they want it to go.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it's to them, it's not a broke system.
No.
It's going. This divide didn't naturally occur. They created it. They weaponized it, and they knew how to get into the American psyche. We are braggart. We have been, for a century or two now. We all walk around for chest poked out for a good reason, but we do. Yeah. And they take this and they use it, and like, hey, your family, your grandfather, your father, they fought hard for this. They lost their life in Antietam, or they lost their life in Guadalcanal. Don't let these people do this to you and take this from us. And then the other side uses the exact same thing, just in reverse.
Yeah.
And they don't know which side you're going to fall on, but they do know you're going to fall on one of them sides, and either way they win. Yeah. Either way they win. They really don't care who's in charge up there. They don't care who runs for president. They might not like the one that's in now, because he's just not part of their circle. But for the most part, they don't really care, because they know whoever's in, they're either fighting the battle with this person or they're fighting the battle against this person. Either way, it's a profitable fight.
Yes.
And 4 years later, they're just going to switch sides. I'll be fighting the battle with this person, and I'll be fighting. It's
Well, and
probably what.
I think that's why the whole slogan of "Drain the Swamp" scared them so bad. It
Hmm.
was because that's the only way that you'd ever stop the revolving door of no matter who's in, we're gonna make money battling them or we're gonna make money working with them. Either which way. Well, the only way that that's to get solved is to get some of that crap cleaned out of there where it can't be that. But we see it that every time it's like it's just a constant.
The
Well,
problem
it's
is
it's
they're so
it's
deep now.
it's
They're so
so
deep
deep,
in them.
man.
But they're so
The
like
judges,
that's what
the
happens. Somewhere along the line, we gave them the impression. We gave the representatives the impression, and I like what you say, not leaders, representatives. They're elected representatives. Um, we gave them the impression they had power to do this.
yeah,
Unfortunately, when we gave them that impression, they, over decades, they built it to where now they do have the power.
yes they
They are
do.
so deep in there. They got
Yep,
so much on so many people that's in high ranking positions or, holding positions in these big offices and
yep,
corporations that everybody's just they have to keep playing the game now. They're
yep.
so far in there that the only way this game is going to stop is for it to all come crumbling down. And if that
Well,
happens, man, it's I don't
well,
go crazy.
I think we came close to seeing it because guys, we got away from you know remembering that we weren't promised that you were gonna be happy. You were promised the pursuit of happiness. And it seems like we've got a lot of people and a big generation of people that think that that was a promise. Wasn't no promise. The promise was you get to pursue happiness. You get
Yeah,
to try. You get a free and equal chance. And we have representatives in there that are stealing that from us by being a falsehood of what they're supposed to be. You're not there to take a stance on anything.
mhm,
You're there to represent your constituents. That's it, and that's all. And nobody cares about your feelings, nor should we.
yep,
You have friends and family and a psychiatrist that you can pay to care about that. You're to care about what your constituency has to say. And if you're standing for any one cause, then I automatically know you're a joke because there's no way that you're representing the whole of the
no,
people from
no,
your area. Because even in my little small town, I promise you that you put if you was able to put everybody into there's going to be a little bit of everything in there. There's going to be a little bit of all of it. So that would mean if I was your representative, that would mean that you would be able to see within my legislation or within the things that I vote for that I am trying my best to take into consideration the whole. But as a representative, you reach a point at which that you have to say, okay, well, which is the bigger number? And I have to go. There's some things you can't divide that far. You can't cut it into that many chunks. So you have to take the best you can get for the whole of the people, and then you go fight the next battle. You're not going to win every battle. You get what you can get and you move on. But it starts with being able to work both sides. It be able to talk to people and not start out with, oh, well, Clint, you're a white supremacist. You're a
yep,
racist. I don't want. Well, automatically the conversation's over. If you truly feel like I'm a white supremacist, well, why would you even talk to me?
yeah,
I wouldn't give you the time of day if I really
yeah,
felt that way. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So, or if I felt like you was a Hitler, bro, I wouldn't even come. I
No,
wouldn't even like. I'm not even going to direct a statement towards you, much less be
exactly.
giving you my day or my time. So, when you do that to people, or you call them any kind of name, to me, no matter what the name is, hell, some of these names, Clint, I don't even know what they mean. So it's like, uh, I mean, I might need to say thank you. I'm not sure. I don't know what
It,
that means. So,
oh, it's wild. It's wild. They've been throwing around the word fascist for the last 8 years to people
oh,
around here, and I'm sitting here thinking like the only thing I remember about fascism is Benito Mussolini, the
mm,
Italian dude that was killed by his people and pulled apart in the street stuff before Hitler died, and I
yeah,
was like, oh, well, I don't know what he did, but I know I ain't nothing like that dude. Like
right.
I don't know what a fascist is, but I ain't that.
That
I
ain't
ain't
me.
that.
Yeah, I ain't that. And you know what? For somebody that tries to classify me in there, then it kind of gives me a little bit of an upset stomach. Like I don't
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't
put me
like
in
it at
that
all.
group. I don't want to be in that group. You know, and just because you have a free and open mind, that's what makes America especially wonderful, is that you have the opportunity to have a free and open mind, but you can't expect everybody to agree with you.
Exactly.
Get out of my face with that. If
Yeah.
everybody's got a free and open mind, well, expect that there's going to be some that don't agree with you.
Oh, well, I got 5 free and open minds in my house, and there ain't the first agreement going on
Right,
there. You
right.
know, I mean,
Ain't never come to agreement on one thing about nothing. I know, dude.
nah.
Like, and you know, that's where it seems like, you know, we got representatives that spend more time trying to worry about whether they're getting a TikTok video
Yep.
or whatever the other stuff is, the Truth Social, the X, whatever, everything else, whatever, all of that, they're worried more about that and getting the next one liner in than they are about actually going there and representing their people. And what in the heck? Why is someone that's supposedly from one city spend 90% of their time in another city to help make regulations for the city that they're supposed to live in? I think it should be the other way around.
Hmm.
You go live in the district and spend 90% of your time in that district with the people. And then 10% of the time you get on back up here and you go check your box or hit your little button or whatever it is that you do to do whatever it is you do. Because if you got time to go on each news network, you got time to have 75 meetings a day with some other people that whatever, then you know, take it on back to your district and start finding out what the people there are going through, you know. And let you know, that's the thing that, like, it's just messed up. It
And,
really is messed
and
up,
go
some
back
of
up
it.
and go back and find out what all the people are going through, not just the people that voted for you. You know, just
That's right.
all the people, because that's something I've noticed tremendously, probably in the last 4 or 5 presidencies. And I don't mean the last 4 or 5 presidents, but like the last 4 or 5 change of president,
Yeah, yeah.
probably last 16 years or so. One thing I've noticed is the divide that whatever set president is in there makes. Like if you didn't vote for him, then it made you feel like, okay, well, the next 4 years ain't got nothing to do with you. You will get
Right.
nothing out of this. I
And
don't.
that's
I
our
do. I
that's a
Yeah.
news problem.
I do not represent you. I only represent these people who took the time to vote for me. And I'm like, no, you're still my president. I don't like that you're president, but it's like going to
Right.
work. I don't like that you're my boss, but you're my boss.
That's
You're my
yes,
boss.
man.
You
See,
know, and,
as a
and
patriotic person, I feel the same way. There's been a couple different presidents in that I didn't necessarily vote nor support. But once they're voted in and elected in, I don't care. Hey, man, they're my president, bro.
they're my
Like, I would
president.
give them the respect of you know, that's our
Yeah,
president, man. Like,
yeah.
you know,
I mean,
uh,
ain't it? It's like the team that wins the Super Bowl. It might be a team I hate, but I can't pretend they didn't win. That's Super Bowl champ for the next
they're
year.
the
They're the champ.
they're the champ.
you
That's
know,
exactly right.
it's
That's
like you can't.
exactly right. Or boxer. You may
Yeah,
not like the
exactly.
boxer that won, but if he's world champ, he's world champ.
He's world champ. That's the man right now. I don't like it. I just
I don't
don't get
like
the
it, but I can't
mentality.
go take it from him, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you know.
I
It's
don't get the
like
mentality. And
I don't. Yeah.
somebody equated it. I don't know. It was 6 or 7 years ago. I guess I heard it. And somebody equated it to being on an airplane. It's like you might not like the pilot, but he's your pilot. You got to accept that. And you want him to do the best damn job he can do while you on that plane.
You ain't kidding.
And
You
that's
ain't
the way
kidding.
I am about my president. Like, I might not have voted for you, but you got the job. Come on, let's go. What we got
Yeah.
to do? Let's get it done.
Yeah, because once you're you know, once you have run the race as a president or as a governor, as whatever it is, and I get that you have to choose political party or whatever. However, I get that part. You got to have a R, D, or I or whatever. But once you get through with that and you have, made it to the point at which that you are at that spot, well, you no longer a Republican or Democrat. You're now a representative.
Mm-hmm.
You represent the whole of the people. It don't matter what now you've got to look at all angles. Now, I know that as human beings, we're going to have some things that we may tend to lean to, but you should never, ever be caught taking a stance as a representative. That there's no way that you're truly open to dialogue or to open to any type of change if you automatically are taking a stand, and that means that you're not representing the whole of people if you're taking a stand on party lines, talking from party lines. Now, I get if you take a stand on moral things or something, but when you're just taking a stand because you say, oh, that's a Republican bill or that's a Democrat bill, I'm not voting for it, but yet everything in it is stuff that you probably are like, well, that's pretty good. I mean, well, hell, I'd send them some money, or yeah, I'd do that, or
it's either pretty good, or you got the ones that go, I can live with that. But no, it's against what their line says. So we got to vote against this.
Got to vote against it.
It's like, and there's got to be a shitload of things that a group of 100 men can look at and go, I can live with that. It's not my choice, but I can live with that. My district will be okay with it. They won't suffer. Somebody else will be making out a little bit, so good for them. I can do that.
But if you're not willing to look at it, or to even take a true, honest gaze at it, then you're not giving it. You don't know. You don't know. Taking a stand does not work as a representative. It just doesn't. I hate that. I despise that when I go on the news, or if I hear the news or see it, and it's some politician or some lofty know-it-all that thinks they know everything on there. And this is the way it's got to be, and this is the way it's going to be, and automatic no for this or automatic yes for that. Well, automatically you're a joke to me, because that means you're not taking your job seriously. You shouldn't be taking stands. That's not what you're sent there for. Your personal feelings at that point don't matter to the whole of the people. You've got a mommy, a daddy, a sister, a cousin, an auntie, maybe even a psychiatrist that cares about your feelings. But the whole of the people don't. We just want you to represent us. That's what we want. Your feelings don't matter to me. I don't care about you. I hate that. That's the way it is, though. That's the way it needs to be that way.
That's the way it should be. Yes, it's there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's not that you're saying it in a bad way. It's just, I don't care about your feelings. Like, that's not what I hired you for.
Right.
That's not what I hired you for. It's like, you don't
like
like
you
this
were
job?
saying about the bad boss, or a boss that you don't like. Well, okay, I don't care. Go do what he told you to. Whatever. Or she told you to.
Go do what they told you to, or quit. Go away. Go away. Somebody will come do it. We'll get somebody.
The most proudest moments I have of my son right now at this moment in life, and he's 15 years old, is when I see him doing something that I know in his little heart he doesn't want to be doing it. Because that's what you're going to spend the majority of your time as a working man, as an adult. Or woman, you're going to spend the majority of your time probably doing something you really don't want to do it, but you got to do it. That's what you're here for. It's your job. Well, when I see him go fire that weed eater up, knowing that he was like, Dad, I don't want to do it. I don't care if you want to. You cannot want to the whole time. You're allowed to not want to do it the whole time. Just go do it. But there's nothing as a dad right now makes me feel like, okay, he's going to make it. Because that's what you're going to be stuck doing most of the time as a man or as a woman, as an adult person. You're going to be doing the things that you probably don't want to do. Like you might get 10% of your day where you're like, yeah, this is fun. I like doing this. And then the other 90%, you're like, ugh, this sucks, man. So that's the, I don't know why I get rambling. Sorry about that, brother Clint.
You good, Bubba? You good?
We got rocking with Cowboy in the house. Good morning,
Hey,
Luciana.
Cowboy. Good to see you, bud.
Miss Luciana's
Coach.
in the house. Chief champion in the house. Thank you, Miss Luciana. I say that I'm just playing. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but she's our
Mhm.
chief. I call it chief champion because it just rolls off my tongue well.
I've called her Coach since
Coach,
I
yeah,
met her.
yeah,
Since I met her, she when I first started my channel, me and her crossed paths, and she was making a comment on one of her lives about how your handle should be the same as your screen name. That way,
yeah,
when you're in chat, people see your screen name and they can like all they got to do is put the at in front of it. And they know that's your handle, and
yeah.
it makes sense. And I was like,
It,
it was my first change on my page, and I was like, that makes sense. I get that. That's.
yeah,
So I'm like, all right, well, and ever since then, I would go to her lives, and I just called her Coach. I was like, this
that's
is
right.
Coach. This is a
Well,
mentor. This is somebody that I show up for practice at a certain time every day,
that's right.
and she gives you her skills, and um,
The
I
the
took I
biggest
took them skills best I could, as best I could in my way,
she'll
and
be
I
able
call her
to
Coach.
she'll be able to have that, she may not realize that the best lesson that she's taught so far has nothing to do with anything that she has said on her videos or done on her videos. It's the fact she's still doing it, and
Yeah,
she's
what she does,
there,
what she does.
and she's consistent, and and that to me is the most powerful
Hmm.
lesson, is keep going. Okay, just keep going. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be whatever. Just keep going. Be consistent. Keep, set that pace for yourself and go with it. And I
Turtle
like that.
power, turtle pace. She calls it turtle power.
Yeah,
That's what
and
she
go.
practices.
And
Just
and I
keep
like
going.
that. I can respect that. That's why I support that. I support those types of things. When I see somebody locked in and saying, "Okay, I see where I want to get. I feel like I know what I want to do," and then go for it and stay with it. And I like that. I can get down with that because there's so many lessons learned by doing that. That's like just like for us, brother, and just like when me and Shine started that little, with the whole, guy and Shine,
Mhm.
man, for me it was like that give me my force. Like I'm gonna drive through this, and I'm gonna learn this stuff. I'm gonna get it under my. That was my motivate. That give me that reason to keep going. Just keep pushing. Keep that consistency going, and because there's so many things you learn along the way by forcing yourself to drive forward. Like, okay, all right, sound wasn't perfect, couldn't figure out how to get my video going, couldn't have, okay, well, you move forward, we'll go at it again tomorrow, or whatever. So yeah, I'm proud of her, and I'm just proud to be a part of the journey. So shout out to you, Miss Luciana. And there's our friend from Russia.
Hey,
can't
hey, hey.
always can't always understand what's being said, but we know it's good vibes, and that's all that matters.
That's
That's
all that
all that
matters.
matters. Magic of healing. I'm thinking of your dad and everything. We're all just sending good vibes and everything. So we hope everybody's doing good and doing. Hey, there's
She'll
brother
she'll
Jamie.
be she'll be hitting the road here in about an hour. She's got a long drive. Well, I guess she got a 3 hour drive in front of her. So
Okay.
everybody's sending her best well wishes for her safe travels.
Yes.
So
Yes, we're
she's
thinking of you, and
she
absolutely
does
be
drive.
careful.
She does drive through a little bit of dangerous territory.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, just send her good vibes.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, keep her going. Keep her. Don't stop. Just keep.
that's what she does. That's what she
Yeah.
does. I'll be on video. I'll be on video with her for 3 hours. She'll have her drink. She'll have some snacks. Cars filled
Yeah.
up when she before she leaves home, and
Yeah.
she'll just she'll crack it on out and get her done in the daylight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, we're thinking of you, Miss Jimena, for sure. We're definitely thinking of brother Desi. I see Miss Luciana, brother Jamie down the road, man. Another. Hey, let me close my window. I got a rainstorm just
I
blew
hear it.
up.
I
You
hear
hear
it.
it? Can you hear it,
Yeah.
man? dude, that just come out of the blue on me, man. Daggone. But yeah, man. There's lessons to be learned. I think though, from just forcing your, well, you know, it is for just forcing yourself. Just kind of like being at work. When you're at work, there'll be something that you may not want to do, but you're like, okay, I got to do that in order to get this done, and it's like, okay, let's embrace the suck, and then the next thing you know,
Yep,
you're
that's
like,
it.
okay, you know,
That's it. Embrace the suck. Like when I go to work, I look at a situation and I'm like, what do I not want to do? And usually it's the same with my food. The thing I dislike the most, that's the first thing I'm going for. Let's go on and get this out the way.
get it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to finish. I'm going to finish eating the best tasting piece on the plate, and I'm going to finish working the funnest, easiest job. That's how I'm going to finish it. That way, I go home in a good mood. You
That's
know,
right. That's right.
it's
I
you
like that
know
philosophy, man.
that's just what
Yeah,
I do. I'll cuss it,
yeah.
and I'll be like, man, I don't want to do this. I'm like, okay, I got to do this. This is
Well,
the
you
one I got
know,
to knock out.
that's funny because you know, it's true. And my boss man once told me, he said, you know, the best hours you have when at work is your first 3 hours. You know, that's your most productive time. And for me, I always have liked getting to the job early enough that I don't feel like I'm in a hurry to get started. I'm there long before start time, and then find my hardest, whatever I feel like's going to challenge me, whatever I feel like might physically or mentally or both challenge me. I want to get that. Let's get that.
Mhm,
Let's knock that out of our path. So once we're done with that, it kind of feels like you're on your way to the end of the day, so to
Yep.
speak.
Yep.
Because you don't want that hard part at the end of the day. You
No.
don't want like like man, I don't want to
You
do
and
that now.
yeah, you don't want to do it when you're getting ready to go home, and you don't want it in the middle of the day when the sun's directly over top of you. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
let's just go and get this done. Get this out of the way. The rest of the day we'll be inside the house working in the basement.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like
Embrace it.
let's just do it. Yeah, let's just do
I'm
it.
I love those times though when you just know that everybody's miserable, nobody's complaining, they're just
Hmm.
getting things done. That's
Yeah.
usually when you have the best days at work or doing something, is when even when you think you're miserable, it's like once everybody locks in and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
let's just do this. That's when, man, you start seeing some camaraderie and you
Oh
start
yeah.
like
Well,
shit
you look
starts
up.
coming together, man.
You start feeling miserable when you look over at the next man sitting there sweating his ass
Like,
off, bent over doing his thing, and he ain't bitching. He's like, all right, I ain't
yep,
that miserable.
yep,
Jimmy's doing it. I got this. I got
yep.
this.
It ain't that bad. Yeah, yeah, it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tap. I ain't
Nah,
tapping
nah,
yet.
nah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the new guys first. They're going first. Yeah,
Yep, they gonna have to tap first because I
yeah.
ain't. I love it, man. Well, good job, man. Thank you for being with me, brother Clint. I
Appreciate
appreciate you.
appreciate you
Um,
all, man. Really do.
ah, dude, you're welcome.
That that
Anytime.
worked out just in time because I just got the text I was telling you about earlier. I got to roll out
Yep,
here in a little bit, so that worked out
yep.
perfect, man.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Once again, a shout out to you, man. Holler at me if you ever need me. Holler at me. Just whatever.
You're gonna be
M-
getting hollered at here pretty soon. You're gonna, yeah, it's yeah.
awesome. Look, we're thinking of Miss Amina, sending some good vibes out, man. Good thoughts, prayers, man. Just you know, thinking of her. Be safe, Miss Amina.
Yeah, it should
Have
be
a good
should be
trip.
okay. I've done the trip with her a couple times. It she'll be okay. It's just it
Cool.
is a trip. It is a trip.
I bet. I can only imagine. Honestly, I can only imagine. Yeah, viral, I'm sure.
Mhm. It's just
Film that.
yeah. It's I don't want to put it out in the universe. It's just a rough area
Ah,
that she's got
dude,
to
I
go
know, man. That would be
through.
viral for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure, man.
yeah.
Like,
So.
but yeah, man. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
brother. Well, like I said, I appreciate it. Hey, everybody, love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your
One
Wednesday.
love, brother. One love,
One
man.
love, man.
Appreciate you
One love.
once again, man. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, what the quack. I see you just rolled up in the house. I was just talking about you earlier, sending good thoughts and good prayers out to you, sending you and Miss Amina, her daddy, sending her some good vibes out. She's on the road or getting ready to be on the road, headed to go go be with her dad. So, shout out to you, What the Quack. Just thinking of you. I shouted you out just a little bit earlier, just so you know. Hi everyone. God bless you all and stay safe. Yes, indeed. What the Quack. Appreciate you, Miss Luciana. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Great live. I appreciate that. If y'all haven't, please hit that like button for me. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Magic of Healing. Be safe on your journey. Tommy Kenyon, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here, brother. Went live with Cindy, giving value. Yeah, hey, awesome. Good job, brother. Good job. Hey, brother Tommy, he's the most consistent dude that I know. Whoa. Like he's on it. He's on it. He does a good job. I appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate it, man. Oh, you are so welcome. I told you that every time that I thought about you, whether you was here or not, I was gonna speak. I was gonna speak about you and just sing good vibes, and I call it thoughts and prayers. Anybody can call it whatever they want. Good vibes. That's just and when I was thinking of Miss Amina because I seen her post about having to go drive to see her dad, so while I was thinking of her, I sent out a good vibe blessing for you, my friend. So I thank you. I appreciate all of you. This is Good Vibes Wednesday. Whatever Wednesday, I didn't know what else to call it, but I'm getting a little schedule worked out for what's going to work as winter time gets here and the time frame changes. I'm going to keep some type of schedule like this through the mornings and stuff like that as well. But it might be a small little change up here and there, but I'll let y'all know as I get things lined out. I'm just trying to get it to where when I say I'm gonna do it, that's what it's gonna be, and I'm trying to just work things through and make sure that I can live with the schedule and it's gonna work out. So but always good vibes to you guys. If any of y'all need to get up with me or would like to get in contact with me, my email's on my page. Please feel free to drop me an email. If there's ever anything I'm doing on here that you would like to know about, if I can show you or I can tell you how to do it, or if you just are curious, please feel free to reach out either during the live stream or reach out to me on an email and I can help you. Whatever. If there's ever anything I can do to help any of it, just want to see you grow and just see our little community of good vibes come together and just keep going and supporting everybody and just be part of the crew, man. So guys, I appreciate y'all. Good vibes to all of you guys. I appreciate you. We'll be back on Friday, 11 to 1. This is my little song called Slow It On Down, guys. I appreciate it. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back, start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, bring it on back to a nice old pace, the kind work guy like me when you're ready. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes on you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes on to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.